This segment is sponsored by La Scala.
Ah, good food. William Lally knows a good thing when he sees it. That's why, when he had the chance, he invested in La Scala, the Italian eatery that's been sharing homemade pastas and sauces with the fans since 1972. It's the old mixing with the new, as William has brought his son, Nick, along with him now for the journey. Elisa Henry has more on this welcoming place.
Right at 33 and 161 in Dublin sits one of Central Ohio's most popular restaurants, La Scala. And if you love Italian food, you are going to love this. Let's go check it out. And now we are back in the kitchen. Joining me is the owner, William Lally. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
So you're going to make a delicious recipe for us.
What we're going to show you is how we make our homemade gnocchis. Basically, we take a 10-pound potatoes, we boil them, we rice them. Then we take 10 pounds of flour and we mix them all together and we cut them into little dumplings.
Ooh.
So these are as homemade as you're going to get. They're a delicacy. We love them here. We serve them with a bolognese sauce, which is great. Then also, I'm going to show you how we make our homemade lasagna. As we make our lasagna sheets, we make them here at La Scala. This is an egg noodle, which is a little bit softer than the pasta, but it kind of holds everything better. Well, I always tell everybody, if you travel to Italy and you get lasagna, you will not get a pasta noodle. You'll only get this egg noodle here.
Okay,
That's what you
egg
get.
noodle.
So we put them down this way. We add our, this is the Parmesan Romano mix. We add provolone.
Oh, lots of good cheese.
And then we add our meat sauce as we make it in layers. And it's a 5 layers. And then we bake it for 3.5 hours at 325. Then it sets up for 2 hours at 180, and then you can cut it into little squares.
And it is so delicious.
I think it is. It's one of our biggest sellers, this and that, because you don't get them any more homemade than what this is right now.
And these are the finished products?
This is the lasagna. We showed you how we made it. This is how we serve it with tomato sauce and a bechamel sauce. This is the gnocchis we serve with sausage and a bolognese sauce. This is the pasta Vesuvio, which is a spicy dish, Vesuvio after the volcano in Italy. Of course, and then we have the eggplant parmesan, which is one of the biggest sellers at La Scala. And there's layers of eggplant. We layer it, we fry it, we bake it all in one. Our homemade spaghetti meatballs, which is cooked to order as you order them. And then our antipasto, which is, everybody loves that when they first come in, there's the appetizer. We have the fresh veal parmesan, served with a side of spaghetti. And the raviolis, I think, are the best in the world. I'll guarantee those to anybody.
Well, let's talk about your history, because you're the owner here at La Scala, but that wasn't always the case.
No.
So let's talk about how that came to be.
I started to work here when I was 19 years old. I worked for Benny Ciatola and Richie Corna. Richie Corna was a silent partner, and Benny was their managing partner. Worked for Benny till 2006. He was a great man. I loved him. He passed away, and his kids inherited the restaurant. And I had really a passion for La Scala. I love La Scala just like their father did. And they said, you know, since you like it so much, why don't you buy it? So we did.
Oh my goodness.
Totally remodeled it. We have a passion for it. We love it. We're the owners. We're going to be here. We're going to make sure that everything is done right for you.
Absolutely delicious food. Well, before I dig in, we're going to talk to your son. So let's do that first, and then I got to grab a fork. Joining me now, Nick Lally, the Vice President of Operations. Hi, Nick.
Hello, how are you?
I enjoyed talking to your dad about how he owns this restaurant, and you grew up here.
I have. People say, how long have you been here? And I always say, it's a jaded question.
Yeah.
I said, this place was my Saturday morning babysitter. So you're in here rolling potatoes and counting plates and rolling spumonies. So it's one of those.
Amazing. So awesome. And what would you say you like most about this restaurant?
What I about this restaurant is their family dynamic. So I get to come to work every day with my father, who is also my best friend. So.
Oh, sweet. I love that family. It's so great. And this restaurant, as you said, has been here for a while. So you've also been attracting a new audience.
Yes, we have. With everything popping up in Dublin right down the road, I am in charge of all the social media. So the Facebook and the Instagrams and the email blast.
Got to be on social media. Yeah,
absolutely.
I love that. And this is a great place also to host events. I see a lunch bar behind us. You've got event space, meeting space, parties.
All that. And the one thing we do have is the largest parking lot in all of Dublin. Not to mention it's free.
Free, large parking.
Yes.
The best. I love it. And what would you say is your favorite dish here?
My favorite dish, I like spicy, so I'm a pasta Vesuvio guy.
Ooh, man, I got to try that one. I love it. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today,
Absolutely.
Nick. What a great restaurant. I would have loved to have had this place as my Saturday morning babysitter. That would have been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so great talking to William and Nick. I love the fact that when you support this restaurant, you're supporting a family-owned restaurant. La Scala, so delicious. Be sure to come out and have your next great meal.